Hey y'all, this is Julie Rico with the free agency still in the lurks. I want to give myself a mock draft 2.0. If you haven't seen my mock draft 1.0, go check it out. It's just a start, but here I am doing it again, but this time it's a 2.0. A lot has changed during free agency. Saquon Barkley now from the Giants to the Eagles. Kirk Cousins is the new QB in Atlanta. Everything has changed. But I want to get my mock draft for the first time since my last one. So let's go. Without further ado, it's time to give you my mock draft 2.0. Starting with the Bears, Caleb Williams. No surprise. After trading Justin Fields to the Steelers, they go to the direction of Caleb Williams. No surprise. The Washington Commanders will select Drake May from UNC. This is a back and forward with Jalen Daniels and Drake May. But I think for Adam Peters, he wants a quarterback that is really have some confidence. He reminds me of Justin Herbert. I think he can do those kinds of stuff what Herbert did. So I like Drake May to Washington. Jalen Daniels will go to the New England Patriots. He reminds me of Lamar Jackson, but he's got the speed from Lamar Jackson. But the question in that Patriots team will be, what is the draw man offense going to look like? So we'll see what it looks like. Of course, Alex Van Pelt is the new OC. He'll call the plays while Jerome Mail, the new head coach, is going to have to do whatever it takes to call the defense, while Elliott Wolf, who is taking over for rosters, I expect him to be named as the new GM. Okay, if you look what he has done as of now, and I'll get this quick, Elliott Wolf did a lot of good things, but of course, things have changed, and roster moves has been tough for him. But I like Jalen Daniels to the Patriots. Marvin Harrison Jr. to the Arizona Cardinals. I don't think this is a no surprise there, unless if you're Arizona, you might want to go back and do another trade, which I have the Chargers in the 5th pick. And I want to make this bold. Yes, I'm going to make this bold. I have the Chargers trading the 5th pick with the Minnesota Vikings. Here's what it is going to be. The Minnesota Vikings are going to trade the 11th pick and the 23 pick with the Chargers for the 5th pick. And with the 5th pick, I have the Vikings getting J.J. McCarthy from Michigan. Now, I think Darnold will start, but I still believe J.J. McCarthy is absolutely going to be a steal in the draft. Rather if it's him, rather it's Caleb Williams, Marvin Harrison Jr., no. J.J. McCarthy, what you're going to get, he's won in big games. You look at his games against Alabama, Ohio State, I think 2 times, and then Washington. JJ is a winner. You're going to a Vikings team that needs a winner. And I think this makes sense. I like JJ going to the Vikings. Romeo Dunze going to the Giants. Makes sense. They could go quarterback, but I think it would make sense to go with a weapon. Romeo Dunze to the Giants. Joe Alt to the Titans. He'll play left tackle where Andre Dillard no longer in that team. It was a bust. They release him, but Joe Alt to the Titans. Dallas Turner to the Falcons. No surprise, they need a young pass rusher. Here's an interesting one. Jarek Verse to the Chicago Bears. Now, I really want to give them a weapon. But because they brought in Keenan Allen, Gerald Everett, with those weapons with Caleb Williams, I need to go back to the defense. Either go for defense or you can trade down. But for me, I have the Bears getting Jared Verse from Florida State. he can pair with Montez Sweat. That is a combination of a pass rusher, Montez Sweat, and the other side, Jarek Verse. Whoa, Chicago's going to try to be an underdog team next year. The Jets, they got offensive line help. Done. Today, they make the signing of Mike Williams, 1 year, $15 million deal. Now I want to add a weapon. Brock Bowers is the guy to go to the Jets. And here's the reason. Tyler Conklin could start as a starter tight end. But if you bring in Brock Bowers, he is going to be an absolute weapon for Aaron Rodgers. He's absolutely going to be his weapon. And in my heart, for Aaron Rodgers, you tell this Jets to the front, you say, let's go get Brock Bowers. Now, they could trade up in order for them to get Brock Bowers. But I think they're going to hang in there, and I think they're going to go get Brock Bowers. That's my prediction. Then the Chargers at 11. I got the Malik Neighbors. Now, he is going to replace Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and he will join Joshua Palmer, Quentin Johnston. I think that will be a great trio. Those three young guys compared up with Justin Herbert and this new running back, Gus Edwards. I think it would be nice to keep an eye on for the Chargers. But keep an eye on them. I do think they can go with offensive tackle. But for my mock draft, I got them getting Malik Neighbors. Then let's go with the big mine. I have the Denver Broncos getting Bo Nix. Yes, I got them Bo Nix. Here's the reason. One, they could trade their pick and probably make it to top 10 and get Bo Nix. The problem would be this. They don't have a second rounder. And I think this is the right time for them to go get a quarterback. Bo Nix checks the boxes for Sean Payton. Bo Nix has got the arm talent, and he can be the starter in Denver. He is not Patrick Mahomes. All right? Now, a lot of people could compare him as Drew Brees, which, yeah, he's a pocket quarterback. He's got a gun shooter. He's got a dead-eye throw that I have not seen. He's got like throws like Justin Herbert, but ooh, this man can ball. And I think he's going to pair up with Sean Payton in Denver. He'll be your new starting quarterback. Talicia Funga going to the Raiders. He'll probably play left tackle unless they do make changes at him and put him right tackle, which I think would make sense. Quentin Mitchell going to the Colts. I like that move. He'll be a good corner in that with the Colts after re-signing Kenny Moore. So it likely makes sense on that one. Troy Fautanu, offensive tackle for Washington. He'll reunite with his offensive coordinator, Ryan Grubb. I think you put him at the tackle position or unless you put him at guard. So I think it would make sense. Terran Arnold going to Bucky Brooks' Jaguars. So shout out to Bucky Brooks if you're watching this. So I'm a big fan of Bucky Brooks, Daniel Jeremiah, and the whole NFL crew. We'll be covering the NFL draft, so I'm excited. Next one, Bengals getting J.C. Latham. Now, I want to give them a weapon, but it was too early because today they signed Trent Brown. He is going to get a one-year deal. However, they can still get a weapon in the second and third rounder. But I think for this right now, J.C. Latham could play left tackle. All right, and that's what he wants. I think for J.C. Latham, he will learn from Orlando Brown. Next season, he'll play left tackle while Orlando Brown could play right tackle. That's the best scenario for J.C. Latham. Makes sense. Rams getting Byron Murphy to replace Aaron Donald makes a lot of sense. I think this would be a great replacement for Aaron Donald, who, yeah, a lot of respect of Aaron Donald, who won a Super Bowl. Man, he's with a future Hall of Famer. So Byron Murphy will replace the future Hall of Famer, Aaron Donald. The Steelers go Amari Mims from Georgia. Will go to the Steelers. Lonnie Latu going to the Miami Dolphins to replace Emmanuel Ogbah. He'll pair with Bradley Chubb and Jalen Phillips. Jackson Powers Johnson will replace Jason Kelsey, and he'll play center for the Eagles. Nate Wiggins will go to the Chargers. Again, the Chargers acquired the 11th and 23rd pick, so I got Nate Wiggins going to the Chargers, and I think that will be a great fit for Nate Wiggins in that Jesse Minter's defense. I got my first linebacker off the board. Texas A&M linebacker Ingram Cooper shined in the combine. Now, I want to give them a tackle or a center, but I look at the linebacker position, I'm like, wait a minute. There's only one guy the Cowboys could go get. They got Eric Kendricks. They didn't do much in free agency, which I think for Cowboys fans, this is terrible for them. Get Endurian Cooper from Texas A&M. It's a right pick for the Dallas Cowboys. It's the right fit for Dallas. I like him going to Dallas. Tyler Guyton going to the Packers. They will probably find someone at left tackle, and you can put Tyler Guyton at right tackle. Darius Robinson from Missouri will play with Bucks. He'll replace Shaq Barrett, who Shaq Barrett went to Miami. Kool-Aid McKinley going to the Cardinals. I think it's a young corner, really good corner. He'll go with Sean Murphy-Bunting and Jonathan Gannon's defense. Brian Thomas Jr. to the Buffalo Bills. Makes a lot of sense. They need another weapon. I like Brian Thomas Jr. to the Bills. Ennis Rockerstraw Jr. from Missouri. I like him to Detroit. Now, I want to give them Chop Robinson, but I really feel like they need the corner help since they are getting Carlton Davis, Emmanuel Mosley. Ennis Rockerstraw Jr. will fit in that Aaron Glenn's defense. Cooper DeJean will go to Baltimore. I think he'll replace Geno Stone, who's now with the Bengals. Johnny Newton will replace Eric Armstead. Now, I think this is a great fit for San Francisco right now. They got to go a defensive tackle who can stop the run. Johnny Newton, it's got to be the guy to replace Eric Armstead. And then I got Adonai Mitchell to go to Kansas City. Now, a lot of y'all will be saying, where's Xavier Worthy going to go? Now, there's a scenario that I'm going to say this, and I'm not doing a second round, but if y'all want to, I need y'all to put a like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification button, and I'll give you some updates of it. But if I were but for me, I think Xavier Worthy will probably be a first rounder or second rounder. It depends on which team would need a wide receiver. The Bills would need one, but I think they'll go with Brian Thomas Jr. in my 2.0 mock draft. And I got Adonis Mitchell going to be a Kansas City Chief, which obviously it makes sense for Kansas City, which they signed Hollywood Brown, the speedster, but they got to go physical, and Adonis Mitchell's that guy. But let me know if this was a good 2.0 mock draft. Hit the like button and subscribe, and drop a like and drop a comment on it in my YouTube channel. And as always, we'll see you guys in the next one.